Hello, welcome to 8.9 News. I'm Ffinlo Costain. First Milk and their regenerative cheese brand Golden Hooves have just won 24 awards at this year's Global Cheese Awards. I spoke to Leona McDonald, the director of Golden Hooves, and I asked her what that level of success feels like.
It's incredible for Golden Hooves and for the entire business. When we found out, we were all just over the moon. There's so many awards there, and when we add that into some of the others that we've won this year, so we won a gold with our vintage at the British Cheese Awards, also virtual cheese awards with the new Red Leicester. Mature obviously has won many over the years, so it's really exciting. And of course our new double Gloucester to win the category champion, we just launched that in the next couple of weeks, so it just feels incredible.
Fantastic. Now, is this all delicatessen cheese or can people buy it in supermarkets?
We are aiming really at the independent market. So I know we'll probably touch a little bit on what makes Golden Hooves special, but we've got a lot to talk about, a really important story to tell. And so for us at the moment, our strategy is to keep that within the independent market, deli counters, farm shops, independent delicatessens. Although excitingly, we're just launching in booths, which we're very pleased about, as we believe that gives us the voice to tell our story in the right way.
Now, Golden Hooves cheese is regenerative. What does that mean, and why is it important to Golden Hooves and to First Milk?
Well, a few years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago now, we asked our farmers to sign what we call the pledge. And that's a sort of regenerative farming commitment, really, across our farmers. We're delighted, almost 96% of them signed that pledge. And that's a commitment to regenerative farming principles. We've actually updated it this year as well and made it even more comprehensive for our farmers. So this year we're adding in, for example, more information on watercourses and the protection of those, kindness to animals and to people. And we're also stepping up our welfare practices over and above the Red Tractor standards. So all of this really is about giving the consumer confidence in what they buy. And obviously, we want to shout about regenerative agriculture and the benefits that it can bring.
Now, you've also started producing a new range of crackers. Are these regenerative too?
Yes, yeah, really excitingly. Yes, we managed to, we used, worked with one of our farmer members to make the butter. So it's Golden Hooves butter that's gone into the crackers, and then we're using a regeneratively farmed wheat flour as well. And foraged herbs, so made in small batches in Wales. They are delicious. So hopefully people will get out and try them.
You talked a little bit about regeneration there, but what is it, do you think, from a customer perspective and perhaps from a farm perspective, that makes Golden Hooves farms different from other dairy farms?
I mean, I mentioned the pledge there and the commitment that we have. So all of our farmers are committed to particularly increasing biodiversity. You know, we're in a biodiversity crisis, aren't we, at the moment? You know, since the 70s, we've lost 20% of our native species, with 1 in 6 at danger of extinction. We've got to do something. And so what better way than to not only increase biodiversity, increase animal welfare, help with food security, and all of those farms that then can pass them on to future generations. And all we're asking people to do is make that choice when they go out and buy their cheese.
Sustainability means maintaining the status quo, but regeneration is different. How is this regeneration being measured on First Milk farms?
You're right. I think the best analogy I like is degeneration is obviously taking it back. As you say, sustain is maintain, and regen is making it better. And that's ultimately what it's about. And across our farms, so this year, we've doubled the amount of independent interventions on our farms. So 200, almost over 250,000 independent interventions on farm. That could be bat boxes, bird boxes, tree planting, herbal ley planting, feed from forage. So much activity that goes on. Every single one of those is monitored, and then they're given a score. Alongside that, we also have our biodiversity counts, and we monitor the bird boxes and the bat boxes as well. And we've got the largest data set of soil samples in the world, where we're looking at our carbon sinks, our sequestration across the land, and how all of that can work together. So it's completely measured, and all of our farmers at the end of the year will be given a score based on that. And we encourage them the better they do, the better the milk price.
You mentioned animal welfare earlier on, but what difference does living on a regenerative farm make to an individual cow in the Golden Hooves dairy herd?
Oh, we love our cows. Where would we be without the cows? They're part of the cycle. And our cows, we love them to be outside grazing on a rich pasture, lots of biodiversity, lots of different plants for them to choose from, as they may have done in times gone by. And just being a part of the herd, being taken care of, lengthens their life, lengthens their quality of life, and means ultimately that we need to interfere with them a lot less. They can carry on being herd animals as much as they want to be. And from what I've seen, seeing our farmers that operate this way, the love they have for their cows is something else. And bringing that animal husbandry together and seeing the farmland in its true sense is something quite magical. We've had lots of people come to our different farms. Some of our Golden Hooves farms have vending machines, so I'd encourage people to go and see them. They can try the regenerative milk there and some of the other products, and really see the difference for themselves. Happy cows, happy farmers.
We came in talking about lots of success for Golden Hooves and for First Milk. What's next?
Well, I don't want to give too much away, obviously, but one of the really exciting things we're working on at the moment is milk. And the idea of the resurgence of the coffee shop. We all want to have fair trade coffee, recyclable cups or compostable cups. Where does people's milk come from? And that's a really big part of our story. How can we make that choice easy for the commuter and the consumer to actually make sure that they have a fully rounded, sustainable, hopefully regenerative choice when they buy their coffee on the hoof?
That was Leona McDonald, the director of Golden Hooves. More news, as ever, on our website, 8.9.com. That's all for now. We're back soon. Thanks for watching.